tonight.
It's all about championship gold on NXT.
Peyton Royce battles Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. And
will it be the final chapter in DIY's quest to regain the NXT Tag Team Championship?
DIY takes on the authors of Pain for Tag Team Gold. NXT tonight.
Tonight on the campus of Full Sail University, championship opportunities abound here tonight on NXT. Still to come tonight here in our main event after completing the game plan of Paul Ellering in San Antonio. The authors of Pain are your NXT Tag Team Champions. DIY get their rematch tonight.
And of course, later tonight, the Venus flytrap Peyton Royce gets her title opportunity against the undefeated Asuka. Can she unseat the Empress of Tomorrow?
And meanwhile, it was last week on NXT, we saw the NXT champion Bobby Roode threatened by Kassius Ohno and a physicality broke out. We're going to recap what happened last week. That is all still to come here tonight on NXT.
Patrick Clark, this is one way to start off NXT. It's going to be a huge night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., weighing 227 pounds, Patrick Clark!
Well, Patrick Clark, certainly one of the up-and-coming superstars here on NXT. And Nigel, I'm really curious to get your first impression of Patrick Clark.
Well, they say first impressions last, and this is a man who certainly makes one. An enigmatic superstar, has a certain poise, not dissimilar to Percy Watson, I'd say.
Oh, man, he's got me beat by a long shot. I couldn't pull that off if I tried.
Percy, you've seen Patrick Clark around the WWE Performance Center. What makes him so unique?
Well, his fashion sense, for one, which he says he gets from his hometown in Washington, D.C.
He's going to have his hands full with a member of the Samoan dynasty tonight.
And his opponents, from Shaolin, New York, weighing 191 pounds, Sean Maluta!
And of course, Sean Maluta burst onto the scene to the eyes of the WWE Universe this past summer in the Cruiserweight Classic, representing American Samoa. The nephew of WWE Hall of Famer Afa, of course, one half of the Wild Samoans. Nigel, a very good pedigree from Maluta here tonight.
Yeah, great pedigree to come from. Looks calm, doesn't he? Doesn't look like he's got a worry in the world.
Meanwhile, Patrick Clark looks, I don't know, Percy, infatuated with Maluta?
Possibly. I'm anxious to see how this starts off here.
And Maluta, accustomed to the sportsmanship of the Cruiserweight division, and I don't know what Patrick Clark's accustomed to. Oh! And look at Maluta going right after Clark. Oh! Right on the jaw. You see what Sean Maluta can do in the Cruiserweight division. He's accustomed to competing here in Full Sail University.
And Maluta giving up a lot of size and strength here, I would say, to Patrick.
Well, hold on. You know Sean's a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Impressive background from Maluta. Oh!
Of course, he's a member of the Samoan dynasty, like you were saying a second ago.
Great legacy. Oh!
Wow, this could be over quickly.
Once again to the jaw. Maluta the cover and a kick out by Clark.
It's a nice shining wizard on Clark. In trouble.
And say what you will about the the flair of Patrick Clark, but this is a tough one in this match.
It's a good 6'4", good 230, 240, I'd say.
Oh, wow. Strong European uppercut. Oh. I don't think many people know this about Mr. Patrick Clark, but his parents sent him to military academy, Forest Grove Military Academy, because he was getting in fights all the time as a kid.
And Maluta at it too.
Because he was different.
Well, Patrick Clark is certainly different, but I don't know, is there a magnetic quality to Patrick Clark?
I don't know. He says he's a free spirit just traveling the universe.
One way of saying it.
He's got some power to him.
Tosses Maluta across the ring. The cover here, and Maluta out in time.
I like that Clark's aggressive. Once he had that opportunity, you saw him try to drop toe hold his opponent into the bottom rope. Maluta stopped it, and then that kick to the gut bent him in half, but he's kicked on the gas. That's what I love.
Big suplex there by Clark. And right on top of Maluta. Another cover, thinking about a cover there for a moment. Out at one is Maluta.
Bit of a lackadaisical Sava.
Well, Clark likes to fight, that's for sure. He's been fighting all his life. Said people always had something to say about the way he looks, the way he dresses. He just got tired of it.
Oh! Meanwhile, Maluta finding an opportunity here in this match. Oh! Clark looked like a famouser of sorts. The cover here on Maluta, and that's it.
Here's your winner, Patrick Clark.
Patrick Clark doing it in style, Percy.
Patrick Clark, man, says you gotta be yourself. Don't try to categorize yourself, just be who you are. Live free.
Nigel, we talked about it earlier tonight. A lot of championship opportunities here tonight.
As you can see there, this is one of them. Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano getting ready, perhaps the biggest match of their careers.
Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa DIY, they get their contractual rematch for the NXT Tag Team titles against the Authors of Pain. Still to come here tonight, but this is coming up next. The undefeated NXT Women's Champion Asuka defends against the winner of a triple threat match, Peyton Royce, earning the opportunity. Can Royce dethrone Asuka? We're gonna find out next.
What the hell? Oh my God, why? Roman Reigns was going to win the Universal Championship, and he had it robbed by Braun Strowman. The big dog, Roman Reigns.
I'm the baddest man to step foot in the WWE.
Goes one-on-one with the monster among men, Braun Strowman. The most dominant man in recent memory. This match could very well destroy the entire city. Somebody watch this.
What kind of a man? What form of man? Degenerate man. Knows that he's walking to his end. He knows it. And he invites his friends. Dillinger, your fate, we already know your fate. You're drowning in your own choices. And you want to reach up and bring your friends down with you? You're a disease. You're a disease that needs to go away, that needs to be eradicated. Let me do that for you. Let me be the one to end it for you. Just me and you. Alone.
Otherwise, we're going to have to burn the whole world.
A dangerous message to Tye Dillinger from Sanity. Peyton Royce winning a triple threat match last week on NXT, much in thanks to Billy Kay with an opportunity here tonight.
Big opportunity for it is indeed, but I just don't know if that'll be enough, even with having Billie Kay at her side, to defeat the likes of the NXT champion, Asuka.
Well, the Empress of Tomorrow, the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion of all time. But like I said, when these two women get together, they can get some very dangerous stuff done. I think this woman has a great opportunity today.
Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, they've proved that they can work in unison for mutual benefit, but can they do enough to knock Asuka off her game? This is a superstar who's been undefeated for over a year. $333 days for Asuka as NXT Women's Champion. She withstood the odds in San Antonio. She had a 1-in-4 opportunity walking out of the Freeman Coliseum with the championship, and she did it emphatically.
Dominating, fearsome, an absolutely incredible champion.
We've been asking for a long time who can beat Asuka, and perhaps the iconic duo, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, can finally do it here tonight, but still Asuka has run through everyone in the division.
I got the feeling she's going to keep that going here tonight, too.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Sydney, Australia, Peyton Royce. And her opponent, from Osaka, Japan, she is the NXT Women's Champion, Asuka!
The onus is now on Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. How do you defeat the undefeated?
Undefeated she is. The question is she undefeatable? They'll try and keep away from the various leg, chest, and head-caving kicks that Asuka likes to throw. And of course, those joint-tearing submissions as well.
Well, Nigel, we know what Peyton Royce and Billie Kay do best, and that's work as a unit. We'll see how that plays out in this type of match. Champion's advantage to Asuka.
Asuka really is an incredible champion here. A great lineage of female Japanese sports entertainers, of course. Manami Toyota, the Jumping Bomb Angels back in, when was that? Survivor Series 87. You can still check that out on the WWE Network as well.
And Asuka early on here trying to tie up Peyton Royce. Billie Kay looking on from ringside. Asuka winning the championship last year in Dallas as a part of WrestleMania weekend with NXT TakeOver Orlando. Just a matter of weeks away now, that same kind of feel surrounding Asuka again.
Oh. Now the strong forearm strikes from Asuka. Oh, missed the line.
Oh! Oh! Went for the Shining Wizard there. Peyton Royce got out of the way, missed with the kick. Both women miss. And a standoff.
Peyton's been taking notes, apparently.
But Take nothing away from Peyton Royce, extraordinarily talented, obviously with the help of Billie Kay. Peyton Royce could be champion all around if he wanted. Asuka, oh, the hip attack takes down Royce.
Jumping hip attack. Asuka really looks like she's got this one sewed up. And again.
Oh.
Thus far, Billie Kay being a non-factor. But look now on the outside.
Peyton Royce taken down outside the ring. The official's begun his count. Look at this, Asuka not gonna let this one go to a count-out victory. Oh, taken into the post by Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce making the best of an opportunity. Can Asuka get back in this? Here's the cover for the championship and a kick out. Back here on NXT, the NXT Women's Championship being defended right now. However, Peyton Royce has found an opportunity here against Asuka.
Well, that opportunity came on the outside. Asuka came to the outside, and perhaps for a second her attention was diverted by Billie Kay, and then the Venus flytrap closed and grabbed that arm. Damage done now.
Percy, we know how dangerous Asuka is, not only as a striker, but also as a submission specialist. How does this affect her as the match wears on?
Well, as you saw, Peyton Royce pulled Asuka into that steel post shoulder first, so she's going to be limited possibly to just one hand, which will definitely slow her down and take from Asuka's arsenal.
And Royce, very smart, on top of the injured arm. Dropping the champion.
And of course, once again,
Cover, and a kick out.
not even a one count. As I was saying, of course, if Asuka goes for that Asuka lock, has to use both her hands to lock it in. So all the damage that Peyton Royce can do is certainly going to help her in that guard. Perhaps she'll look for a submission herself, though.
This is one of the best opportunities we've seen a superstar have against Asuka. Remember, Asuka's defended against Bayley, Nia Jax, Mickie James. We saw Nikki Cross challenge for the title, as well as Billie Kay. Fended off all comers.
Standing arm bar she was attempting there.
Still going to work on
look
that
at the torque on the shoulder, yeah. Hammerlock position. A lot of pressure on the AC joint. And keeping that head against the hip to stop her spinning out.
If the shoulder's injured badly enough from the steel post, that could have been a submission situation.
We're going to see here, fellas, the versatility of Peyton Royce.
I mean, even if nothing is torn or overly stretched, that amount of pressure that keeps getting applied, again, just slows you down, and you can't use that arm properly.
Looks like she's taking it too lightly, low. You've got to get on her, Peyton. You're not going to get a lot of opportunities.
Ooh. Right to the midsection, now Asuka. Oh! Suplex there to Peyton Royce. And Asuka taking a moment to recover, trying to revive the injured shoulder.
Damage done to Peyton Royce's back there. Question now becomes, what does Royce do at this point?
Count of 5, both women after the count of 10 to get back up to their feet.
Does she create some space? Does she get to the corner, lie in wait, play possum? Or does she push the gas?
Remember, only way to win the championship is by pinfall or submission.
You can't go toe-to-toe with strikes against Asuka. You're going to come up short.
Into the corner. Asuka with a drop kick.
On the money.
Oh! Oh, here come the strikes.
Spinning back fist twice. But there has been some damage done to that left shoulder.
There's a Shining Wizard. Went for it earlier on in the match. Cover, and Peyton Royce out in time.
That, to me, is the pedigree of a girl like Asuka. Let's take a look here. Shining Wizard right underneath the jaw. And straight back on top.
Oh, and a jawbreaker there by Peyton Royce. trying to end Asuka's reign at 333 days. Oh! Well, look at this, Asuka with a cover. Out at one is Peyton Royce. Whoa! Now Peyton a cover of her own.
There you go, back to that shoulder.
Oh, man. Peyton Royce with the elbow, run to the back of the neck to win the championship. Asuka kicked out in time.
That's close, though. You got to follow up, Peyton. This is your opportunity. The champ is down. She is prone. The shoulder is injured. Take the opportunity now.
I gotta say, I am impressed at this moment with Peyton. She's giving Asuka a serious run.
I'd like to see what sort of submissions she has in her repertoire. Perhaps could look for a Kimura, but instead, oh, she's trying for the bridge and suplex.
Thought she won this opportunity. Oh, right in the face. Right on the face. This could be it for Asuka's reign. Take out in time.
So close and just bridging out from Asuka. Spinning heel kick. A lot of flexibility. Look how high she gets that foot up on the spinning heel kick. Peyton Royce has impressed me.
Oh! Royce knew what it would take to take out Asuka here tonight, and now Asuka
rolling armbar
all over Royce.
Oh, Asuka lock.
Asuka lock, middle of the ring. Peyton Royce all tied up.
Get it locked in.
Oh, look, she's got a hand for her.
Yes. Peyton Royce taps out. Asuka, your winner.
Here's your winner by submission, and still NXT Women's Champion, Asuka!
With an injured shoulder, Asuka still managed to fend off the opponent.
Peyton Royce put a great shot. Whoa, wait a second.
Wow, and Billy Kay taking out Asuka.
Well, the vengeful femme fatale comes to the aid of a tag team partner.
And you're absolutely right. This is just revenge after this match.
Well, these girls are mean.
Oh, and again into the post.
More damage done to that injured shoulder.
No.
Oh. Look at the talk, just a simple wrist lock.
Oh, no.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Ember Moon. Oh, Ember Moon takes out Billy Kay with one punch. Oh, cross body. Oh, and Ember Moon, fighting off Billy Kay and Peyton Royce.
Moon furious, coming to the aid.
Oh, evening the odds. Oh. That is an intriguing matchup. Look at the eyes of Ember Moon. The confidence from Asuka.
Well, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And the soul of Ember Moon now is ready to take on Asuka.
The landscape of the NXT Women's Division continues to heat up, but now we turn our attention back to last month, when after being defeated by Bobby Roode and suffering a knee injury, Shinsuke Nakamura was helped backstage by her trainers and staff.
You need to stop for a second. We can't. Deep breath, Watch your step here. On a wire.
Now, as the medical staff looked at the injury, a surprise appearance from a former NXT superstar took place as Kassius Ohno checked on Nakamura backstage.
Man, that sucks. Not that way, right?
while you wait on this leg, okay?
We were left with a lot of questions as NXT said goodbye to San Antonio last month. But let's show you what happened last week after the new NXT champion Bobby Roode was victorious in his match against No Way Jose. We'll see Jose again. Chalk it up to a learning experience. He'll be back.
What the? Oh, man, come on! Roode with a cheap shot on Jose. Going out to the leg. Oh, this is the way that.
Come on, man.
Roode inflicted all that damage on Nakamura in San Antonio.
Come on.
Kassius Ohno! Kassius Ohno here on NXT! We heard about Kassius Ohno being back here on NXT on social media. It's been 3 years since he's been here.
Throughout all my travels, all over the world, 40 states, 20 countries, anything I have ever wanted, anything I've ever needed, I've reached out and I've taken it. And last time I was here, well, let's just say I've got some unfinished business. Bobby, you got what I want. You got what I need. That NXT Championship.
That's a real touching story. That's a real heart-wrenching, sad story. But lucky for you, Mr. Ohno, if that is your real name, you're looking at a fighting champion. And as far as I'm concerned, we don't have to wait. We could put this title on the line right here, right now. Take that jacket off. Let's get to work.
Oh, and Bobby Roode going after Ohno's leg now.
Well, Ohno made a mistake by turning his back on Bobby Roode.
We all know that's one thing you can never do.
He's a fighting champion. Oh, Ohno is going to regret the day that he tested the glorious Bobby Roode.
I want to tell you something about Kassius Ohno. I worked with this cat when I was here at NXT before. And when he gets his mind made up for something, he goes after it, he goes and he gets it.
Kassius Ohno is fighting back. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Hard-hitting strikes from Ohno.
Oh, and Kassius Ohno dropping Roode. Oh! Oh! Kassius Ohno, a major statement to the champion. Kassius Ohno has finally returned to NXT and has unfinished business to take care of. And now let's take you to our general manager, William Regal, who is standing by with a huge announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, in light of recent events, I think it is only fitting that Bobby Roode defend his NXT Championship for the first time. So, on March the 15th, at the CFE Arena, Bobby Roode will defend his NXT Championship against Kassius Ohno.
Kassius Ohno has the opportunity of a lifetime as he looks to complete his unfinished business against the glorious NXT champion. Bobby Roode will put his title on the line against Ohno in 2 weeks here on NXT.
This is our house of pain. We show no mercy, and it's victory at all costs. Let's get it.
The championship action continues in our main event here tonight as Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa get their rematch for the NXT Tag Team titles against the undefeated Authors of Pain. Next.
My name is Wolfgang. I'm from Glasgow, Scotland. My dream was to become WWE champion, or at least work for the WWE. And over time, you see guys get places that you think you should be, and I kind of gave up hope. For the last 10 years, I've been working in a pub, which if you don't know, can be pretty rough. And wrestling kind of comes in handy when it comes to picking someone up and throwing them through a door.
Swanton bomb by the 255-pounder.
I know ways to hurt you. I know ways to beat you.
He knows what it takes to be a champion, a very decorated man.
If an opportunity comes up and it's either win or lose, and I have to cheat to do it, I'm going to do it.
You gotta like the attitude of Wolfgang, the last king of Scotland.
Welcome back to NXT here at Full Sail University, and tonight NXT is presented by Tap Out Athletic Wear, available at JCPenney.
And last week we received the great news that the King of Strong Style's recovery from knee injury at NXT TakeOver San Antonio was making progress as Shinsuke was seen training at the WWE Performance Center last week. The great news continues because we have just learned that next week from the venue at CFE on the campus of the University of Central Florida, Nakamura will finally return to NXT. It is time for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano. 2 weeks ago they asked for a title opportunity. Tonight they get one. But against the ferocious Authors of Pain. How big of an opportunity is that?
Gargano and Ciampa, their contractual rematch from San Antonio. They said a few weeks ago they saw something in the Authors of Pain. They saw doubt in San Antonio. They said they are not broken. They are ready to reclaim the titles. Percy, you can't question the heart of Gargano and Ciampa, but can they knock off these unbeaten monsters?
That I don't know, and I agree. You can never question their heart. These guys beat two of the best tag team members in NXT history, of course, Revival, but I just don't know what's going to happen when they face AOP tonight. I have no idea.
And considering the way the Revival has instigated and antagonized the Authors of Pain, who knows what kind of frenzy Paul Ellering's whipped them into.
That's a great point. There is the erudite Paul Ellering. Bad intentions in his mind, and these are the men that can carry them out. Akam and Rezar, the Authors of Pain.
The winners of this year's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Tournament, undefeated They marched through the competition, bulldozed DIY in San Antonio to claim the titles.
Absolutely hulking individuals. Reckless, some would say, ferocious.
Let's not forget about the instrumental Paul Ellering. Without him, maybe AOP wouldn't have the titles right now.
Ellering certainly guided the Monsters in the right direction.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 400 pounds, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, DIY! And their opponents at a combined weight of 615 pounds. They are your NXT Tag Team Champions, Akam, Rezar, the authors of Pain.
This is what it's all about. The NXT Tag Team titles. DIY against the authors of Pain. This match is next.
Is it just me, or are we moving too slow? Smell the roses, take it easy. Breathe in, breathe out, kick back and relax. Nope, not us. Not now, not ever.
Everybody's excited for Fastlane.
We're foot on the pedal and pedal to the metal. We got places to be and people to beat. Get in the fast lane to WrestleMania.
NXT is the next generation, and the next generation has arrived.
NXT, the future is now.
We are live at Full Sail University. Over the last year, NXT has grown into a major force. NXT is taking over.
You could be looking at some future Hall of Famers compete here tonight.
How impressive and how exciting the future of WWE is.
NXT redefined the sports entertainment landscape.
The future is now. NXT, the future is now. Coming April 11th. Pre-order now on Amazon.
It is time for the NXT Tag Team Championship match. The Authors of Pain set to defend against DIY. It'll be Tommaso Ciampa to start this thing off against Rezar.
Straight away, you can see the size differential here. Monstrous Rezar in there. Ciampa giving up a good 3 or 4 inches. Have to be a good 30 to 40 pounds at least.
Oh, man. Ciampa doesn't want to back down from these monsters. You admire the heart, you admire the guts of DIY, but at what point does it get you in trouble in this match?
Well, Ciampa likes to strike. We know that about this man, but these are not the guys to exchange strikes with. He's got to get back to his grappling background.
Authors of Pain are the type of competitors that'll shorten your careers.
Make me glad I retired.
Oh, and a boot there, and Gargano, Johnny Gargano is legal. Double spear through the ropes.
There you go.
Shades of their tactics in San Antonio, and look at Bait Akam into the match. Oh! Hey. Oh, and Akam set over the top rope. DIY feeling the momentum early. A tag made, and now Ciampa is legal again.
Interesting how they didn't follow them out, though.
Oh! Okay.
I spoke too soon.
Remember, they can only win the titles inside the ring by pinfall and submission. Ciampa was trying to spill Rezar, and it backfired.
Well, unfortunately, a big mistake from Ciampa. Coming off the apron, just not enough body weight there to take down that behemoth.
Let's take another look as Ciampa was caught by Rezar outside of the ring and slammed right into the ring post, giving the Authors of Pain the advantage.
To me, the only chance that DIY have now is the longer that this match goes, the more the big guys are going to get
Razor
tired.
slides into the ring to retain the titles, and Ciampa kicks out at 2.
So it's almost like rope-a-dope. If Ciampa can stay in there, stay alive, get both of these guys in here and get tied, and then make the tag to Gargano, then there's a chance, I think. But the big question is if they can make that tag.
It's a couple great points, man.
The Authors of Pain have always worked well in unison with Ellering in their corner. And Nigel, you've been around some of the great masterminds in this industry. How does Paul Ellering help kind of calm the Authors of Pain? We talked about what the Revival's done to them lately.
He just keeps them focused. He keeps them going in the right direction, because otherwise these two guys are going to be all over the place. Focusing that aggression in the right direction. Which right now is focused clearly on Tommaso Ciampa.
Huge right hand from Akam.
Ellering taught them well. Keep Ciampa in your own corner. Cut the ring in half.
And Ciampa trying to battle out of that corner and caught by Akam into a sidewalk slam. Cover here to hold on to the titles. Kick out again by Ciampa.
Ciampa has taken an unhuman amount of abuse to that back.
Now the tag. Ciampa's, it's easy for me to say out here, but he's got to stay alive. He's got to fight back. He's got to make these guys earn it. Heart goes out to him. I've been in there with some monsters in my own time, and I tell you, it is not a fun proposition. Choking him now.
Right on top of Ciampa.
There you go, Tommaso. Get away from him. Create some space. And strike, and strike. Yes. Just not enough behind it, no.
God.
Get a thud.
Monstrous.
Remember what Ellering said, those that stake claim will be ground to dust. Ciampa. Ciampa, strength versus strength in this situation.
Akam wants
not
more.
enough.
Razor just caught Ciampa. Now Akam makes the tag. Akam wants some more of this. Takes him down. To take out DIY. Akam the cover, and Ciampa is still in this match. DIY trying to find a way back here against the Authors of Pain for the titles.
Give me the green light, cause I'm ready to go. Give me the green light. I got the green light, mommy, and you know what that means. That we can do anything that you dream. I wanna make you feel you scream, and I practice what I preach, if you know what I mean.
Give me what I asked for, I got a passport. Mr. International, I hit the airport. If you knew the kind of work that I transport, that Rihanna do me dirt to the crash course.
Red light, green light. What you waiting for? Give me the green light, cause I'm ready to go. Let's have a good time. What you waiting for? You only got one life, and we gon' live it up.
The NXT Tag Team title defense here on NXT. This our main event, the Authors of Pain. It's a defense, but it's also a statement to the rest of the tag team division.
Saying this is what you have to compete with if you want these titles.
DIY, their rematch from San Antonio. Razor misses in the corner. Ciampa has taken a ton of abuse, and Razor misses with the elbow.
Ciampa's still alive.
Tag.
Yes!
Johnny wrestling into the match.
In comes Gargano. Relatively fresh now, been on the apron most of the match.
And Akam is still standing. I'll try to catch Gargano. And sending Akam through the ropes. Wait a minute. Gargano through the ropes. Takes down Akam. Razor, that massive clothesline.
Somersault senton. Takes down the big man.
Johnny sacrificing life and limb to stay in this match.
Let's go, Johnny. You've got the advantage now. You're fresh. Both these men have been in the match the whole time.
Two legal men here. DDT from the apron. Gargano to win the titles back for DIY kick out.
Close. Slingshot DDT, got all of it.
He's got to keep the pressure applied now.
Come on, Johnny. Oh, but he's tagged in Ciampa again. He needs help. But Ciampa is now the legal man.
Oh, wait, trying to meet in the middle there and take out Akam, and they get him on the opposite corner. Oh! Big clothesline, cover, Akam kicked out in time.
Rolling clothesline, 1 second.
Oh!
Bridging Fujiwara armbar. Bridging deep.
Akam could be in trouble.
Keep the pressure applied.
Could the Authors of Pain tap out here and Razor breaks up the submission, and Johnny Gargano trying to run interference.
But now, as I said, Ciampa is the legal man, and he has spent the majority of this match in the ring. He is tired, he is exhausted, he is ripe for the picking. Gargano got to get to the back to her corner, make the tag.
Oh, no. Razor over 300 pounds going up to the top turnbuckle with Ciampa.
Well, he needs to get Ciampa's legs to the outside, otherwise Ciampa's going to block this, yes.
Ciampa's holding on for dear life right here. Oh, no.
Trying to get the big man out for a powerbomb.
Trying to dislodge Razor.
Razor, 330 pounds.
Oh, super kick.
Can Ciampa find the strength? Well, maybe they both can, yes.
How about two? Oh, down goes Razor.
Cover.
As good an opportunity as any. Cover. Oh, kick out.
Just couldn't get enough body weight across his shoulders, unfortunately. You can't blame Ciampa, though. Exhausted. Now, yes, get over there, make the tag. Get the fresh man in.
Tag made, Johnny Gargano now legal.
Oh, that could be setting up, yes. Stereo knee and super kick.
Oh, no. Oh, caught with a spine buster, and Akam took out Ciampa. Oh, into the steel. The Authors of Pain sending DIY back inside the ring.
DIY devastated now, decimated. Yes, we've seen this before.
Oh, wait a minute. Gargano and Ciampa broke free. Broke free.
Oh.
Got a hold of both Akam and Razor. Dueling submissions.
Gargano escaped. And the crossface from Ciampa.
Can we see a double tap out?
Both locked in, good.
From Ellering's Monsters.
But Ciampa is the legal man here.
Wait. That's a revival. That's Wilder and Scott Dawson.
Well, the former tag champs costing them the opportunity.
Oh! This is payback from Toronto. Oh, Shatter Machine! Uh-oh. Oh, Razor just took out the revival.
Well, this could cost the revival now.
This is what happens.
Dawson still in the center.
When you get in the business of AOP. Oh, wait a minute, I was looking for the last chapter, and Wilder saves Scott Dawson. Oh my God! Oh.
Big Shatter Machine from the revival, and they proved a point here. They are top guys in NXT. The question is, will they get a title opportunity?
The revival destroying this championship match, wiping out their old rivals DIY, and an unthinkable Shatter Machine on the Authors of Pain.
Revival! The pain is just beginning!
The Revival staking their claim to the NXT Tag Team titles tonight.